So I'm just going to run through a quick example on how to add editor tracking to a feature class. So this feature class, when edited in ArcMap, will automatically be captured with a date and who the editor was and if it was created or modified. So the first thing is to go in, right-click, and go to the properties. And you can see there's an editor tracking tab, and it needs a creator field, an editor field, and then it needs two date fields, one to capture when the edit was happening and then one to capture when it was created, the feature. So we'll have to just go in here, right click on here again, go down to properties, into the fields tab, and I notice there are no date fields in this feature class. There's a field called sDate, but it's text, so that one could be calced over to this date field that I'm creating right now. So I can just type in sDate, just make this a date field, and then we'll call it edit date. And this will be our edit date field. So now we have two date fields. We're going to need an editor to capture who the editor was. And these are required by the editor tracker. And then a creator. And this will be text as well. You can just make it 20. Click apply. So now we have those fields in place. I'll go back to the editing tracker. Say enable editing tracking and choose the creator, which will be the username of whoever's logged into the machine when you're editing an ArcMap, and we're going to use that sDate as the create date. You can name it whatever you want to. And then for editor field, we're going to populate in there the editor for who's editing, and then the edit date. Click apply. Okay, now there's editor tracking on this feature class. So in ArcMap, you would have, if you did any edits on it, as of now, this would be captured for you with a timestamp. The only other thing I would do is, so I was trying to calculate that value over, but it was locking up on me on the fields. So what I realized what was going on is in ArcMap, it was these four fields are taken over by Esri and ArcMap once you turn the editor tracking on. So I had to go back into ArcCatalog and remove the editor tracking, and then that freed up the field calculator on that field. So I would calculate over those values from your sDate field before you turned editor tracking on. Or if you're following the video, then just go ahead and turn it off and then recalculate them. So for that new sDate field, we'll go down and grab your text field. And calculate that over. There are some odd dates in there, so it will skip those. I think there were some dates that weren't formatted correctly, but in general it'll bring most of the dates over, and you can see you have some 3008 years, but now this date can be sorted and queried. So we will save that. And if you wanted to undo your calculation, you could be in an edit session. I wasn't, so it's not undoable. But that's how you'll carry over those fields. You can probably just eventually delete that other text date field. But now you have those in there to start.